Hey everyone, welcome to TMI, Too Much Information Live with Moondog. And I'd like to wish everybody a pre-happy Thanksgiving for everyone. I actually got a little bit started today. Had lunch with my mom over at her assisted living, and they were having their big Thanksgiving meal for everybody today. So yeah, I am a little full right now, and hopefully I will make it through the show without taking a nap. But it's going to be a big show tonight. I've got two great guests, but before we get started, I just want to plug our sponsors and a new sponsor. So let's start with our current sponsor, which is Aura, which is an online cybersecurity platform that I use. Great platform. And they have a whole suite of services they include with their monthly fee, including credit monitoring, spam blockers, a VPN, which is, there's tons of VPNs out there, but this one bundles all these services. Plus, they have a data broker removal service. So all those emails, all those spam mails and spam calls you get, it's because your information is being shared and sold actually by these companies called credit. These broker services buy and sell our information, phone numbers, email addresses, and sometimes physical addresses to marketeers, to who knows who, and to each other. So the only way you can get yourself off of these is to manually go to each and every one and formally request your removal. Or the thing is, if you use Aura, it's just one click of a button and they will mass contact all of these data brokers and have your data removed from them. And you have to do it periodically, but it's so much easier when you're using a service like Aura, and you pay for these services individually, but here you get them all bundled together. So use my link, aura.com/moondog, and you can try them out for free for 14 days. They're great. You can really pretty much use all of these services within the 14 days. So yeah, try the free service, and they're great. So, and let me know how it worked for you. I got myself removed off of like 30 data brokers. Who knows how many you have? Let me know how many data brokers you got removed from, because I'd love to know. All right, and we have a new sponsor today, and that is MattHat Jerkey. And let me just show you. This is also going to be the prize for today. MattHat Jerkey. Matt is a young man. Well, he's not so much young, but he was 11 years old when he won a jerky, a beef jerky contest. And people just couldn't believe that it was an 11-year-old who it was his grandfather's recipe, but he did it. And now he's got this company. It's all natural beef. MattHat Jerkey. He's out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and he's a new sponsor. And he sent me a whole box of jerky. So wow, okay, I'm sharing the wealth here. So I'm giving away his two hottest jerkies today as the prize, and you'll know why I picked this when you see our guest later today. But the prize today, well, I'll show you the reveal of the name when I reveal our guest here. But let me just show you. There's a QR code there. Use the QR code. You can get a special deal where you get 25% off, and you can sample all the jerky. So check out that link there and the QR code and get the deal. It's delicious jerky. Their original has a fair bit of a good amount of spice to it, so it's not this bland and super hard stuff like the regular bag jerky that you get from the 7-Eleven. This stuff is the real deal. And he's got practically as many varieties as Buc-ee's. So that just says something. All right, let's move forward because we got a ton of stuff. Oh, for the prizes, let me just show you here. So the prizes for today are going to be their MattHat Jerkey, and this is his spiciest. It uses the Carolina Reaper pepper. So if you like hot, you are going to love this. So this is going to be the prize today for the winner, and I'll be sending this out to the winner today. And here's the visual clue for all of you here. There you go. If you know this retail brand, and just put it hashtag. We're going to do it live today, so put it in the side chat. Hashtag and the name of the brand, and you could win at the end of the show. We're gonna spin for the winner, and you could win a bag of MattHat Jerkey, super hot. All right, so let me just bring up our guest here. We've got two special guests, Cyclops Joe and American Hillbilly. And the reason why I said this is going to be appropriate for our first guest, Cyclops Joe, we just zoom in to, I don't know if you can see this. It's Slap Yo Grandma Spicy. So with that, I want to bring my buddy, Cyclops Joe. How are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey. So
Yeah, can
I'm sure
everybody hear me
everybody knows
okay?
you. Yeah, you sound great. You look great. I love that kitchen.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, this is a new house. We just moved down to the Georgetown area in the Texas Hill Country.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You and your wife did a great job in terms of, did you kitted all that out yourself?
No, it was actually we inherited from her brother who passed away, and he
Oh,
had some super nice appliances. I mean, it's a beautiful home.
yeah, it
And he
does. It
left
looks like it.
Yeah, he left it to my wife, and she let me come along for the ride. So but
Well,
yeah, it's a nice place.
well, God bless him. And I don't feel like I need to introduce you because everybody should know you, but would you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Joe. I've got a YouTube channel, Cyclops videos. I mainly do like rifle scopes, do some rim fire, and a bunch of dumb stuff on there. And I'm not really on like I go on other social media platforms, but very little. And I'll go on Instagram and Facebook, but mainly just to message people. And I just stick to YouTube. And
Absolutely.
yeah, I just stick to YouTube. I don't do all the other platforms and stuff. So I just pretty much do YouTube. And this month actually is my 9th anniversary of being on YouTube.
Wow, that's
Been doing
great.
it 9 years now.
And he's got a great channel, folks. If you haven't seen any of his videos, he's got some of the most hilarious, funny, and profane. He is. Yes, I love it, and everybody for some reason, lauds my scope videos, but everything I know about scopes I learned from you. So I got to hand it over to you, buddy. You're the expert.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, no. Ilya, who I know you know, the Dark Lord Optics, is the expert.
Oh, true.
I'm an enthusiastic amateur with too much time on his hand and a bunch of cameras. So,
yes,
but yeah, I just fell backwards into it and I just kind of rolled with it, man. And I still enjoy it, man. Been doing it pretty much
9 years.
just the scopes now for like 6 years, just scopes pretty much.
Oh yeah, because you started.
I still love it.
You started with the refinishing your stocks and whatnot, right?
Yeah, refinish vintage rifles and stuff. That's how I started. And YouTube, man, if altering something that goes bang, they don't allow it anymore. So even like refinishing stocks or rebuilding, and it was air guns, but they don't make a distinction, man. And if you start working on them. One time I had over 100 airgun videos, teardowns, rebuilds, and stuff like that, and they all kept getting age restricted. So I took them all down. I've got, I think, my 3 original videos and the first stock video I did. None of them are monetized, and I think they're all age restricted now. And,
oh my goodness!
It's if it's altering a firearm, man, it's not allowed. As a matter of fact, I shot a scope ring video today, and I put it on a fixture, and you can show it coming apart. You can show the scope in there, but if you put the scope in there, clamp it, and screw it down, it'll age restrict it.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's silly, but it's one of the things, man. It's their ball, their playground, their rules. So, it's ridiculous, but it is what it is,
That is frustrating, especially since supposedly on in their rules and whatnot, it says maintenance is okay, but if you're showing a teardown, that's maintenance. But the folks, the supposed humans who are reviewing these things.
Well, yeah, they do it. A friend of mine told me where they do it, and I can't remember now, but it's somewhere that's like they're not allowed to have guns. That's super, super conservative and stuff like that. Like say, it's one of these countries where they don't have a gun. So anything that looks guns or threatening, they immediately, no, God, no, that's too terrible. So, like say it's their rules. So I just roll with it. It's ridiculous because some of the videos that I had that I felt like helped the most, especially with these old vintage rifles, like say I'm not allowed, they're not on there anymore. And part of it for me, man, I've done a lot of dumb shit and got age restricted and demonetized several times. I've had probably a total of 20 strikes. So my channel, they monitor it probably a little harder than they should. And but it's past history, man. I haven't had a strike in almost a year and a half, man. I used to say I've always got a foul to give. And then if I start acting right, I've already got a strike or two, but I haven't had a strike in a long time. But it got to where YouTube says it doesn't affect your channel. No, that's a lie. It affects it bad, man. You can get a strike or get demonetized. You can just look at your views and they just fall off a cliff, man, if they give you a strike. So like I say, it's I kind of do it for a living now. I'm retired, but I kind of do it for a living, and I don't want to, you don't
want to poke the bear.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let some of those other guys that want to do that. Y'all go ahead.
Absolutely. Well, I won't get too into the weeds. We might have to do a therapy session about YouTube in some other episode. But let me bring up our next guest, who is also a mutual friend of ours. So our next up we have joining us tonight is American Hillbilly. Hillbilly, you there? Your camera's off. Oh, okay.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm here. Hey, Moondog. Hey, Joe. Thanks for having me on here. Now, I was just gonna say, I've always heard, like if you want to get good in a business or something like that, you find somebody that's doing good, a hero, and you look up to them and you try to copy what they do. So anyway, trying to, hopefully this will get me some subs right here.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Do your thing.
I had to razz Joe a little bit.
I hear you, man.
So for those of you who don't know, and you should also know, since I got the impetus to start doing live streams from Hillbilly, is that Hillbilly's been doing his Guns, Banner, and Therapy show every Saturday for quite a while now, and has a number of guests. And he got me on as a guest, and then encouraged me to do a live stream. So I want to thank Hillbilly, and he also does gun reviews and a lot of fun comedy. And you just got to go with the name, American Hillbilly, and it's a lot of fun, like watching Grand Ole Opry hee haw episode.
Man.
So Hillbilly, why don't you give everybody, for those of you who are watching or who may not necessarily know you, why don't you give folks just a quick little introduction to yourself?
Oh man, first of all, I want to say howdy to everybody out there on the side chat. A lot of fine folks over there.
Oh yeah.
And so anyway, man, I just do some reviews on some guns and a few scopes, whatnots. I mean, here and there, but mainly I try to have fun. I try to base my channel on like entertainment and stuff, and so. Anyway, I've been getting a little bit of bench rest shooting. Not much, but a little bit, and enjoying that real well too. So, yeah, man, looking forward to a fun night tonight.
Oh yeah, it's a very informative night tonight. So for you obviously tuned in and saw the description, or at least the thumbnail. So today because it is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, we all know, and you can't get through the month practically without getting inundated with plugs on and promos on your email and on TV or whatnot. So today we're going to be talking about Black Friday, and I just want to give everybody a little bit of background from what I found looking up. The term Black Friday only started getting used in the 80s, but it was older than that. But before the 80s, it was a derogatory term, a negative term, because it was often used when describing stock market crashes. It first appeared in the New York Times in November 1929 to describe a strong shopping weekend. It wasn't until 75. And the reason why it's called Black Friday is because it's been ascribed as when the retailers shift from being in the red to being in the black. So there's your little tidbit, though. That's why we call it Black Friday. So in today's episode, we are going to share, all three of us are going to share our best recommendation for deals that are coming up from the brands that we've had experience with and can attest to from a firsthand experience standpoint. So let's we'll start with me then. I wanted to share a Black Friday deal from Discovery Optics, which is a scope company that I've worked with and reviewed a lot of their scopes in the past. And I found them to be really high quality for a Chinese, and for the price, practically half the price of an equivalent scope from a lot of other makers. And I'm not going to compare one to another because I've reviewed a lot of different scopes, and you choose one for different reasons over the other. I'm not going to say one's better than the other, but these are really nice scopes for a very affordable price, and with features that are a little more. They kind of either they're high-end bench rest or long-range scopes, or they're very cheap, inexpensive hunting scopes. But they're sort of like on the bench rest side, some really nice turrets, really good glass, and they're offering 15% off right now on their looks like on their Black Friday sale. And if you go to Amazon and use my code, they'll give you a 10% off whatever their lower prices on Amazon. So I believe it's stackable. You can let me know if it isn't, and I'll see how I can jigger that to make it work for you. But if you go to their official site, they're currently doing a 15% off, which I think is a great deal. I know you guys have tested Discovery scopes in the past. I believe Hillbilly. Joe, have you? I think you have.
Years and years ago, man. And honestly, I think when I did it, I think it was a different owner or different management and stuff. I mean, this is when I very first started doing scopes, and I haven't done any Discovery since. Like I say, it's been years.
Oh, okay. Well,
Discovery scopes.
Well, I'll definitely connect you with those guys because they're older scopes. I don't know how good they were, but they have some. They're kind of like really budget scopes are kind of okay. They're kind of mid. I'll be honest, but they're like under like $60. So you have to lower your expectations on the quality of a scope that's $60 or $50.
Oh yeah.
But they're higher end scopes that are like in the 300 whatever clam range. They're really pretty darn good for that price. So anyway, I'll after the show or whatever, I'll connect you with the folks that I'm connected with. Hillbilly, you've had a chance to try out their scopes, haven't you? Oh, you're doing a Hillbilly right now.
Oh man, sorry about that. I try to always keep my mic muted when I'm not talking. But I've done some business with them. Tried out some of their scopes and their rings. I was really, really impressed when I believe it was 70-75 scope rings. They're bore lined and everything, and just, I mean, tremendous quality on those for sure. But one of their scopes through a big test. I mean, shooting bullpup 12 gauge is one of the ones they had for a lot of recoil and stuff. And so, yeah, it was worked out really well.
Excellent. All right. Well, I'm going to hand it off to you, Cyclops. What are you bringing to the table?
Oh, for a Black Friday, let me think. Probably one of the companies I work with a lot, Arkin.
And great scopes.
Their Black Friday deal right now is 20% off of any EP5, which is the 5-25 to 7-35. And if you use my code Cyclops, and I'll go ahead and plug that, you get a free suppressor.
Wow.
So it's 20% off the scope, and then you get a suppressor certificate. So basically, I'm too cheap to spend the $200 tax stamp. But after the first of the year, I can get the suppressor. All I have to do is register it. And, and they have their own code on the site. And the only reason I try to encourage guys to use my code is they set up a deal for a weekly scope giveaway. If you use my code, you're entered for the weekly scope giveaway. Because they give
do
away a
it.
scope every week, and I've given away, just me personally, I can't tell you how many scopes. And but anyway, and I've had, any company that shows any success, man, they get some detractors and haters and stuff like that. But I've had nothing but great luck with them, man. And the guys behind the company, man, are just they're just outstanding, man. The only knock that you ever hear about Arc, and that I think is legitimate, is it's a small company that grew super fast, and they're always trying to fill orders. They're always behind, and guys are like, man, I can't pick up the phone and talk to them like Vortex. And it's like, well, you can, but then they're going to have to up the price. So you decide, do you want to be able to somebody to give you big old warm hugs, or do you want to, fulfilling orders, because there's not enough hands on deck to do both, so, but yeah, I like to say, man, I think a lot about that company. And then they also have the Outlier, which is their sister company, and their barrels are the same way. If you buy an Outlier barrel, you get a free suppressor certificate. I mean, you can get it now, but you're going to pay $200. All you got to do is wait 35 more days, and it's free. You don't have to pay that $200 stat. So guys on my channel never see a suppressor. They're going to see them when the stamp thing's gone, because I love them. But I just don't. I've only done the stamp thing one time, and it irritated me to death. And that was back when it took almost a year to get it approved.
Yeah.
And after that, it was such a headache. I didn't want to do it again. But
Understandable.
One of the ones that I think has one of the better Black Friday deals, the ones that I'm going to discuss tonight.
Absolutely. And for those of you who are looking for the links that Joe is mentioning, you can find them on my notes page on my website, and I've just posted a link to that. So make sure to use Joe's link and his affiliate link to get on with that free scope giveaway offer. And you can find it. I'll periodically post up the link to my website page that has notes on today's episode. So, Hillbilly, what you're bringing into the table for your first Black Friday deal?
Well, first of all, since Joe was talking about Arkin, I want to throw a bone to them, because I have also tried some of their stuff, but me and a few buddies, we went together and got a scope for another YouTuber, right? Surprising for Christmas. So I paid for it. And of course, when you do that, it asks for your credit card address, blah, blah, blah. And we're sending this to Georgia, right? And I got a phone call, and it's like, hey, this is so-and-so from Arkin. We realized that your credit card address was in Missouri, and this is being shipped to Georgia. We want to make sure this is not like somebody didn't steal your information. And I mean, for a company to take their time out and do a personal call like that to make sure you don't get scammed, I mean, I really was impressed. So
yeah,
that was really nice of them to do.
Yeah, they're looking out for you. That's great.
Yeah, of course. And that was just wonderful. Man, well, since Joe's said brought up suppressors there, the anechoic. Keep moving my camera deals around.
Sorry, I thought I'd try to zoom in a little bit.
But anyway, anechoic. They are a suppressor company, anechoic suppressors, and anyway, they are having a really good deal here. See, let me. Sorry, I'll pull this up here real quick.
No worries.
It's just basically their logo, in case people's not familiar with them, and they've been really, really good to me. I've tried a lot of their suppressors, and just having a great reviews with them. I mean, they come apart. They you can clean them really easy. So far, everything I put through them has just been wonderful. And see, on theirs, they're running a Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal. And so you can save 25% off your cart of any of their products through 12/1/2025. And there is a code Black Friday, Cyber Monday, 25%. And I believe you have that posted on your website there. I assume the links I sent you. But anyway,
yeah, I did. And I'll post a link again.
Yeah, that's a good deal to good jump on it. And then of course after the first year, if nothing else changes, that tax stamp goes away. And so that's going to make a big difference. They're actually sending me a new 22, which I already have one, but they're sending a new one. They're coming out called the Pipsqueak, and it's a dedicated 22. And so, hopefully that's going to be a really fun, suppressor. I mean, the suppressors, I never wanted a tax stamp. I never said I'd buy one, but because of that, but man, I'm having fun with them. And got a video coming out tomorrow of my granddaughter shooting a 22 suppressed. They're absolutely loving it. They didn't want to quit shooting. They were just having a blast. So it can make a big difference.
Absolutely. Now, and those are they all titanium or just that particular?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay, so
titanium, and they all unscrew. You can change them out or take the end caps off. Most of them have a flow through in case you're having like gas problems, like on your gun. So you can send a lot of the gas out front, or you can get the quiet cap that's solid that goes on there. And then the baffles come right out. They're stainless steel. You can clean them. Real easy. And then they're hillbilly proof, putting back together. They got little lips, so they only fit one way, and they go back together. And for instance, how you got to get adapters and all this and that. You can change the end cap. They just sent me one to go on the 8.6 blackout. So all I got to do is unscrew the part that goes to the rifle, screw the new one in, which there's nothing in this, but it's an oddball thread on those. It's a M18 by 1.5 for those 8.6s. So just this little piece screws right in that cap or in the suppressor, and it's threaded for your barrel. And so that really, I like the versatility of them.
That's great. So yeah, I've posted up a link to my page, and you can find the affiliate links for Hillbilly and Anaconda on that page, everybody. All right, let's continue on back to me here, and I wanted to share another optics company that I really liked. I've started reviewing their scopes this year because everybody was recommending that I should check out this company, and I'd run across them a couple of times at SHOT Show, but didn't actually stop in to talk to them because initially they didn't have a presence at SHOT Show, but it was kind of they were being represented by a local gun dealer, and yeah, he didn't really have much technical information about the scope. So that was my first experience with them. Wasn't necessarily a great experience, but later on they got a hold of me and I got a chance to test out their scopes, and I was really impressed by the quality. And I haven't tested much of their lower end, their really budget end stuff, but their high end ones are called the Continental line, which uses German shot glass, which is why they're called Continental, because they're made to European standards, or at least equivalent to a lot of bougie European brands. And I can attest to, at least on this, holding them and looking through them, they look as good as some really, really expensive German and Czech brands that I've looked at. I'm not going to claim that they're the same or that they're made by them, because I don't know. And it's really more of an Ilya question, but yeah, I was impressed with the overall quality. And so they're offering up to 70% off on Amazon and on their website. But here's the thing. They also said that if you use code Moondog on their lowered Black Friday sales, you can get an additional 10% off. So it's a stackable discount. So definitely go check them out. Their Continentals are just superb for the price you're paying. So I can definitely recommend them. Have you guys, Hillbilly or Joe, have you had a chance to try any vector optic scopes? Or
I have.
What'd you think?
Actually, man, they've got a 10 to 44 little fixed power.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually shot a national air rifle competition with that scope on my rifle.
Wow, how did you do?
Second place.
Awesome.
But it's just a solid little bitty lightweight scope. And the reason I liked it was it had about probably 4.5 inches of eye relief. And it was just really, really long. And it was one of these old vintage rifles that's not really built for a scope.
So you had to put it pretty far forward.
You had to mount it real far forward. But that's a nice little scope, man. I mean, it's not as nice as like the SWFA or something. It's not as bulletproof. But the huge eye relief, man, made a big difference. And I got nothing but praise for it, man. I had never had a problem with any of them. I haven't tested a ton of them, but the ones I have tested have all been really solid for their price point.
Yeah, and I also I don't know if you got into it, but they sent me one of their enclosed red dots recently to test out, and I haven't been that into. Only started shooting red dots on my pistols, and that one was for an enclosed one that what is it, Acro footprint. I thought it was really good. So I was actually surprised. Oh well, let me hand it over to you. And what's your next recommend?
Probably Track. They've got I think it's their like 4 to 20 by 50. I think it's $400 off. And then they've got scope lengths of 2.5 to 15. I've had all 4 variations of that scope. 2 are second focal plane, 2 are first focal plane. And they're outstanding. And I think they're $300 off. And you don't need a particular code. You just go to the website and it's on there. But Track is, for guys that haven't tried Track, I mean, Ilya, we were speaking of, the Dark Lord of Optics, man, he's an actual optical engineer, man. He's a scientist. I mean, he is, as in my opinion, the know-all when it comes to optics. He's designed a lot of these optics for these companies. And he's really high on Track, and for a reason, man. You know, they sell direct to the public, so it cuts out the middleman. And the guys that came from Nikon Sport Optics. Yeah. And so these guys are really knowledgeable, and they keep their staff down low and the quality up high, man. And I don't, like I say, man, I got nothing but praise for everything. And as a matter of fact, I think one of their best scopes or best bang for the bucks are their little 22 line of scopes. You know, little 1-inch tube. Because when you get down to the little 1-inch lightweight scopes, so many of them are just cheap. Yeah. You know, they're junk. The little
disposable, practically.
Right, they really are. You know, they're $200, $250 you just throw them away. But the little Tracks, man, they're solid little scopes. Like I say, I've had nothing but great experience with Track, man, and it's one of the few companies that when I go to one of these trade shows, I make sure to go by a visit with the guys, because, like I say, I just think really highly of the people behind it, and I think really highly of what they bring to the market. I think is really, really impressive.
Yeah, Japanese engineered, Japanese built, constructed scopes, and with high-end Japanese glass. So they get brought all their expertise from Nikon, and it shows in the scopes that they make.
Oh yeah, man. Because at one time when Nikon was still doing rifle scopes, just my personal opinion, you could buy different than Leupold, you could buy different than Nikon, but for the price, it doesn't mean you got better. You just got different. Yeah. And I thought at one time, honestly, optically, in the low to mid-range scopes, I felt like dollar for dollar, Nikon was at the absolute top.
100%.
What you got optically, you know, and the Tracks are right there in my opinion. They top out at around $1,600 or $1,800 on their scopes and start at a couple hundred. But at every price point, man, they just got great scopes. They just got great stuff, man.
Yeah, so definitely check them out. And John over at Track are really good guys. Sometimes they'll respond if you send out an email and have a customer service issue. Sometimes it'll be them who are responding to you,
right.
Which is kind of amazing.
Yeah.
So Hillbilly, what do you got up?
Oh man, I can bring the screen up here again. Since YouTube's really kind of funny about sharing stuff, Bear Creek Arsenal, they have all kinds of Black Friday stuff. I mean, way more than I can just speak on here, which we couldn't really do that anyhow. The way everything goes, but they have a lot of stuff going on right now, and it started a few days ago all the way up. I know through like Cyber Monday, I believe they got stuff going on, and just a lot of great deals. I've shot several of their rifles and and stuff like that, and I'm really enjoying their new bolt action AR upper, and it's especially if you like shooting suppressed, it's a game changer, because just for instance, hunting season's up. Instead of getting my granddaughter a whole nother rifle, I was able to get a 350 Legend bolt action upper, for a lower, which already have, and suppress it, and it saves a lot of money doing that, and
she already knows how to use it. She knows where all the controls are.
Exactly, yeah, and and being the bolt action on an AR, you got your lugs and stuff on there, so it's not going to be as smooth as your grandpa's walnut and steel bolt action, but they work fine so far with everything I've had. And it's a game changer for me, because it's just so much easier to buy that upper, you have it shipped right to your front door, and and then you can customize your lower, or however you want to do it. And so it's been I think it's a real good game changer situation they got going on there.
Absolutely. And I know I've had a chance to test out their bolt actions myself, and they're probably I think they're some of the most affordable AR makers out there. I mean, maybe you guys probably know better than me if there's anybody cheaper, but there's probably nobody cheaper that I'd want to try out without fear of exploding on me.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're making a lot of, pretty much most all their stuff now, so that helps out a lot. Not having to depend on somebody else, for certain products going on their rifles, so.
Absolutely. All right, let's move on to something that isn't that may be a little less controversial for YouTube. I want to promote this dash cam. Do you guys use dash cams on your cars?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, hopefully you never have to use any of the footage you get off of a dash cam. But I've been rear-ended once. But fortunately, the woman who did bump and damage my bumper, she was nice enough to actually get out of the car and exchange the insurance information. Living in the city like me, that can be very invaluable. And this company that I got a chance to try out, Viewroid, out of Korea, they make probably the cameras that their dash cam footage. I've not seen any footage that is as clear as theirs. And the kicker is the license plates. You can get some good footage during the day from practically almost all dash cams now, as long as they're using Sony sensors, which most of them are, but some of them may be using the knockoff Sony Chinese sensors. But and the day footage on a 4K dash cam is pretty comparable. But the key thing is at night, because almost all license plates have a reflective 3M reflective undercoating on it, so that you can see them further away, and also so the cops with the radar guns can tag you further away. But on the dash cam cameras, all that glare reflecting off of your headlights, off of their license plate, you can't read. You find that you can't read the license plates of cars that are on the camera. So their dash cams are kind of useless for that, unless like you're at a stop sign and the car in front of you is entirely stopped. Yeah, you could read their license plates, but that's really not that useful. The Viewroids are the first ones that I ever tried that you could actually get some digits off of other cars that are going opposite direction and off of their license plates while it's moving, which is a game changer. So try them out right now for their deal for Black Friday is that they will all of their dash cams right now are up to 20% off, plus they will include a free SD card if you use the link that you can find. And I'll post it again. I'll post my page that you can find all the links to on the side chat. So yeah, check out Viewroid. Never heard of the brand before I started testing this thing, but this thing feels like a camera. It feels like like a proper camera. It doesn't feel all plasticky. So it's also very high quality, not cheap, mind you. They are not the cheapest brand out there. That's the only warning I can give you guys, but I think they're worth every penny.
I wonder if they got a bridle mount. Joe's a Texan. He probably needs one for his horse when he's riding.
My car's recording all the time, so I don't have to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Dash cam, yeah, it's recording all the time. So,
yeah, are you driving a Tesla or a Rivian or something?
No, I've got a Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport, but it records all. It does that deal where it backs up 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. If there's any type of accident or anything, it saves everything for 30 seconds prior to it.
Okay,
but so it's constantly rewriting itself, so if nothing happens, you can't just ride down the road and think, wow, what was the speed limit, 30 minutes ago? It only goes back 30 seconds. It's just for accidents.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Well, it can be, you don't think you need it until you need it. So it's good that you have it. All right, Joe. So you're up. What's your next deal?
Man, two of them that, one of them's real quick. The American Rifle Company, they make rifles, but they make these scope rings, these little clamshell scope rings. Mm-hmm. I use them all the time, and I don't think they have the regular ones on sale, but they've got a bunch of the blemished ones. Because they're made out of metal, and they'll have them anodized or whatever it is where they're treated, and sometimes they'll be, little factory seconds. And they've got a big sale on those. And then at Optics Force, they've got a whole section that's 20% off, a whole section that's 15% off. And then it's like everything Zeiss, Nikon, and one other brand, everything across the board is 20% off. Optics Force, not Optics Planet. I've had bad luck with Optics Planet, but no, it's Optics Force. But they got, and he's got a bunch of the samples and stuff like that. And a lot of optics companies right now, because SHOT Show's getting ready everybody will launch their new stuff.
Oh,
and stuff
yeah.
that they're phasing out, they'll just be slashing prices and stuff. And so it's a really good time, man, to look for closeouts and blims, demo models. And I just got a scope in today from a company, and it's a pretty expensive scope, and it was marked demo. And you can look at it; it looks absolutely perfect. But it shows integrity. They're not going to sell one that's that was a demo scope, but I never see a difference.
Yeah, and if it's covered under warranty, then what's the difference?
Right. And that's I'm not a Vortex fanboy, but I will.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not. But I will say this: Vortex, with their forever, no question warranty and stuff, it made a lot of and Leupold's been like that forever.
Yeah.
But a lot of the fringe companies, it made them fall in line because it's a long story. I'll tell you some other time off camera, but I kind of got disowned by an optics company that spent a ton of money on me, flying me to this big resort and all this other stuff. And because at the end of the meeting thing we had, they were like, we're going after Vortex. We're going after Vortex. And I told them, I said, if that's the case and you're going after Vortex, when somebody calls you, the answer has to be yes, no matter what it is. It fell off the house. My kids took it apart. We used it to drive nails in the car. It does not matter what it is. Vortex, the answer is always yes. And they were like, well, no, man, we don't want to do like that. And it's like, well, then don't put them in your sights, because they will. Like I say, I hate Vortex but they're diabolical geniuses. And the customer service that the actual end customer gets, you can't touch it. You just can't, but
100%.
Yeah, Optics Force with their closeout dims and stuff, and then American Rifle Company with those rings. Because if I don't know if you guys have ever used those rings. If you ever use them, that's all you use. I just got, and I mean, paid my own money. I just got $1,300 worth of rings in the other day. They're about 170 a pair.
And you like them more than like the Spurs?
Oh God, yes. Those
wow.
Spurs,
Okay.
To me, the Spurs are outrageously priced. Now, if it's the end
of
the world, then I'm going to be killing zombies and beating them over the and stuff. Yeah, I want the Spur, but for just hold the scope, not mar it up, and be recoil proof. Like, and the beauty of it is with that clamshell, there's one screw. There's one screw holding each ring, and you torque it down to like 60 pounds. And and it does not scar the tube up, because a big part of the income on my channel is selling the optics after I review them. And with those rings, they don't scar the tube. That's the reason I spend no money on them.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because they don't scar them in any way. And even if you get them really close and you turn it just a little bit, it doesn't leave those marks in there.
Yeah,
like
the little white.
No, it doesn't do that. And but yeah, they're by far my favorite rings. And I've got some Spur, and I've got some tier ones, and some of the other ones that are really expensive. But the American Rifle Company rings, like I say, I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't have an affiliate code or anything else, and I spend my own money on them, and I'm cheap. But like I said, they got a bunch of the blims, and I bought some last year. I can't see the difference. I mean, I literally can't. And they're not mechanical seconds; they're cosmetic seconds.
Yeah. Just the coatings that they put on.
Yeah. I can't see the difference, But yeah, that, like I say, that's a really good deal, because when I bought them last year, I haven't even looked, but last year they were like a third off. When you're talking 170, 180, $200, that starts adding up fast, especially if you go through like I did and get 1/8 medium, 34, 35, and 40, to get one of each, man, it starts adding up pretty quick. And then I got one of the big AR cantilever mounts, and with the built-in levels and stuff. But like I said, you can run some money up pretty quick. But the beauty of them is you buy them one time and you're done with them. And if you swap scopes like I do all the time, it's 2 screws, undo it. That's one on, 2 screws, put it right back in. I'd sit there, put 12 screws in there. You're out of range doing that, for 20 minutes. It takes, literally, you can change the scopes out 30 seconds. And that's where I got hooked on, because I do so many scope reviews. So I'll set all my fixture and everything up, and just 2 bolts, take it out. Because when I go out and test scopes, and I'll take like all my 30 millimeters this day, and just pull one out, put the next one in.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
The film, and like I say, they do not scar up the scopes. I've never had them, even on some of the ones that have a really grainy texture to it that you can tell if you put it in the rings and you twist it and it's halfway tight, it's definitely going to scar it. I've never had them scar a ring.
Really?
Scar a scope one time. Yeah, they're outstanding.
All right, I definitely want to check that out.
Yeah.
Well, great. Thanks, Joe. I thank you for that recommendation, because I definitely want to check them out. So, Hillbilly, what's your next deal you want to share?
Well, I want to share my buddies over there at Blackbeard Fire Starters. They've been on my show a couple times when they're first starting out, and man, they've just done wonderful, wonderful business. It's Kai and his brother, and they really built a great business on stuff that like they've tested and tried, and they got a lot of different sales. And whoop, what happened here?
Oh, sorry. I meant to just put. I mean, just go back to.
Oh, here, that's okay.
There we go.
I can bring it back up again here. But anyway, they just got great stuff, and they got a lot of sales going on here. There's some stuff that's up to 70% off. They got a lot of Black Friday sales. As you can see here, I mean, just a lot of good stuff. And I have tested every bit of this. And I mean, just really, put it through the test. Those fire plugs, I've frozen them in solid water, and all that stuff. Took them out, took a hammer and beat them out of the ice and start them. I mean, I know a lot of us that are in the 2A community, we do some camping, or we like to just prepare, for stuff, either if it's just wintertime, like around here, you get a snow, you might be without electricity for a few days or a few weeks, and so it's always nice to have some, some way to, get a fire going, and so they're just really great to work with, and just great. I can't say enough about their, their products. And anyway, if you go over there and use code Hillbilly up, you will get a discount, which the Black Friday deals, if it's more than the discount, you'll get the Black Friday deals, or whatever sales they got going on. So, but yeah, just tremendous company, and everything works great. No doubt about that. So,
yeah, and I can attest that they definitely will. They definitely work. They light up even after you've soaked it in water. So, good on you. And well, so continuing on with a sort of the camping theme, I wanted to share this brand with you guys. Those of you probably have heard of them, Phoenix Lighting. They make some great, really well built flashlights. Some of the best out there. Really bright, and in terms of their lumen output is spot on or better than their own claims, at least as far as my own testing. And they're just built really solid. And I can't really. I've never had a negative experience with them. And I first got aware of them actually from my brother, who's a cop. So he recommended them. So I definitely checked them out. So use their code, get 20% off Black Friday 20. And at all other times, use my own code Moondog, and you can get a discount off of them. So check out Phoenix Lighting. All right, Joe, back to you.
GPO, German Precision Optics.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah,
they got some really nice stuff, and they've got their little Century line. It's their little super compact scope, and it's really nice because it's got standard eye relief. It's got a big eye box, and the view through a lot of those subcompacts. I looked through the little 3-to-9 EOTech, and it made me sick to my stomach. But
because it's distortion,
there's so much distortion. But the little Century is very flat. And anyway, they've got $100 off, and instead of taking $100 off, you get $100 Visa gift card. So you can get that. You can do that and give that to your wife, and you're a hero. Hey,
honey, I got you this card.
Look what I got you. I got you a gift card. So, and they have a deal where you get those Kenton Industry turrets that you can have laser engraved for a particular round.
Right, yeah.
And they're free too. If you order it, you get a certificate.
Get out of here! It's free.
Nice. Yeah, and $100 off, and then they include that and the $100 gift card on those Century scopes. But that's a really good deal. Like I said, I don't have any code or anything, but you go to the website, you'll see it.
Excellent.
And,
all right.
And that makes a lot of the subcompact stuff, like say the little EOTech the EOTech Voodoo 3-9. That's about this long. At least the one I saw, and the one I saw was maybe pre-production, but it'd make you sick to your stomach looking through it. It was like looking through somebody else's glasses or something.
Yeah.
This is not like that at all. And because guys that watch my channel, if you know, don't give a shit right up there to 11. So if I piss one of these companies off, I don't care. And but that little Century, man, it's really nice. And the guys that run GPO, like Mike Jensen here in the U.S., man, he was the president of Zeiss USA for like 10 years, man. You know, he worked at Swarovski, some of these real tier 1 optics. He's been doing this his whole life. And he was one of the ones that designed those Century scopes. They're really, really nice, man. And for guys that are trying to build something really lightweight, as light as you can get it, it's super nice. It's really nice.
Oh, I definitely want to check that out. Because that sounds really good.
Yeah.
Hillbilly, have you had a chance to try any of those? I mean, they're not super expensive, but they're certainly not cheap. The GPOs.
No,
I haven't had.
Sounds interesting.
They're real comparable to tracked.
Mm-hmm.
And the main difference between them, the tracked stuff has reticles that are more geared towards American shooters. The GPO, because it is German, they have like a lot of German 4As and stuff. And some of the reticles don't have as much clutter in there, which for me is nice. But to a lot of shooters, they want 8,000 reference points. They're not going to have that. Yeah, like I say, it's geared more towards European low light shooters. And but the GPO stuff, man, is really, really nice. The Century line is built, like ARs, mid-range ARs, stuff like that, blackout rifles, some lightweight rimfires and stuff like that, man. But they're a super nice scope line, man. That really, really is a nice scope line.
Yeah, well, one of these days I've got to take some time and visit them at the booth and see and check them out. The times I was able to get in there, I was impressed by the look through, but I haven't had a chance to test it myself. Hillbilly,
yeah.
What do you got up? What's your next deal?
So I I work with this company, and I know this is not firearm related, but it does connect to the 2A, and I'll tell you how here. So it is Patriot Mobile, and the reason I brought this on tonight, not only am I kind of teamed up with them, but they have great special going on right now. But we all have cell phones, and one thing about this company is that really sold me. I went and did the research and all that first. You're not limited to one plan provider. You got your top 3 or 4. Depending on where you live at or whatever, you can choose which provider you want for best service. And it's the only company I know out there that does that. And you can even have dual providers. If you work in one place and you travel for work, like for the week, then you're home on the weekend, and you have better signal by 2 different providers in each place, you can actually get dual providers. So you have the best service, at work and at home,
Oh yeah. So if you your friends got on Verizon's got better signal in your neighborhood, but where you work at your office, it's
AT&T or something.
Yeah. That's a great deal.
Yeah, and so you're not stuck to just one provider. But the best thing that really sold me on this is they're at SHOT Show, they're at Goals. They support our Second Amendment tremendously. So whatever cell phone you're using, they're taking their profits and probably spend it against our gun community, more than likely. You know what I mean? And this one uses their profits to support our Second Amendment. Not only that, our First Amendment, our Second Amendment, they have discounts for military, um, the emergency, people like the firefighters and all
First
that. They have
responders, yeah.
yeah, they have discounts for them. They support our veterans. They donate a lot of money to the veterans. And it's just hard to find a company that takes their money that we're giving them and then turn around and putting it towards things that that we believe in. And I don't care, if it's your cell phone company or your TV or whatever. Those companies are making profit, and they're donating to different places, and I'm just glad to be hooked up with one that has the same values as I do. Anyway, as you see on this promo code Hillbilly,
Easy enough to remember.
yeah. Right now, until the first of the year, they're running a special. You get your first 2 months free if you join them or sign up for them and stuff. And that code is holiday 25. But you need to tell them that American Hillbilly or Hillbilly sent you, and so you can so that'll work for you. And one other thing I was going to say, there's no contracts. So
Oh yeah.
I know we were with Verizon, and it's a contractor off the bat. I think every phone company we've ever been with has had a contract, unless you just go to Walmart or Dollar General and get the monthly deal. And so anyway, there's no contracts with them, and so that was another thing that I really, really liked. So
That's great.
You might check them out if you're interested in, maybe throwing your money towards, our Second Amendment, support our Second Amendment and stuff.
Yeah, instead of these big New York marketing conglomerates. So, all right, we're almost at the end of our deals, folks. I'm going to do one more quick round here, and let me just throw up another very popular brand that hopefully all of us have heard. Palmetto State Armory. They have some of the most affordable firearms and accessories, but also they've designed some really cool rifles and guns. And every time I go visit their booth at SHOT Show, they always have some really amazing prototypes that they're going to be rolling out. The last time I was there, they had their own 50 cal sort of Barrett-esque kind of rifle. So they're always cooking up some interesting firearms. So the deals that they're offering right now is that you can get free shipping from them if you just sign up for their SMS, which is if you sign up for their to have their deals texted to you. So if you sign up on their website with an SMS, you can get whatever you order from them with free shipping. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Joe, you're up.
Three. Actually, I have three of them real quick.
Okay.
US Optics has a 10% discount across the thing. I don't have any codes or anything for none of these, but they got a 10%, and they it's got like this little chicken shit gift box at the bottom. It gets 10%, and they've got that real badass Marine replica. I mean, it's built to the military specs. The old Marine Vietnam sniper scope that is absolutely badass. I want one so bad I can't stand it. Euro Optics has got a big sell on their demo and used optics. Guys, if you know me, I'm a cheap son of a bitch. So I like to buy a lot of these demo and used, and you get some real good stuff there. And then Telson Optics has got 15% off. I don't know what all they got. Telson, Primary Arms, they all have stuff at their sites. You can go on there and hunt around, but they got some good sales. But Tom and I were talking about before the stream started about the Telson tripods.
Oh, yeah.
If guys are looking for something you can, set an outdoor air conditioner on top of and isn't going to sag, that tripod. I got more tripods than I can shake a stick at. That Telson one, I mean, it's that big around. The legs on it, it's like, it does not give. It's a tank trap. with an arc.
Oh yeah.
But it's but yeah, there's a lot of, I tell guys, man, SWFA, they haven't officially launched anything, but normally they have a big sale every year. And there's a lot of good Black Friday shopping. And because tomorrow night at 11 o'clock Eastern, I will be online. And that's, I just got through, while Tom was talking, I just got through checking my PayPal balance. How much money do I have with the discounts codes? But yeah, there's a bunch of them, and just have some really good sales. And like I say, this is a great time of year to get the demo and use stuff, because like I say, they're discontinuing, they're going to come out with this new stuff, and they just want it off the books, man. They're just looking to dump that stuff, man. You can really save some money, man. And optics now are built to last a lifetime. Just because some kid with boogers all over his hand handled the scope at a trade show, that didn't ruin it. They just wiped it clean, and here you go, And you can save, sometimes you can save, man, 50% or sometimes more, And so, like I say, I buy a lot of used and demo optics like that.
Great. Thanks. That's great advice. And I definitely want to check out that Telson tripod. Hopefully, I'll get a chance. They'll bring some out for at SHOT Show next month.
Yeah. It ain't nothing you won't take up a mountain.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, but I was telling Tom, my cinema camera with the lens and stuff and all the braces and stuff weighs about 10 pounds. And my other tripods, I can set it on, and when I bolt it, you can see it moves just a little bit. You put it on top of that Telson, man, it's like sitting on top of an anvil. It don't go anywhere, And we were out today, and the wind was blowing up to 30-mile-an-hour gust, and I got my cinema camera sitting on it, and don't even have it. I got extended to the most narrow one, and it's like you just walk off or get.
Wow!
You don't even have to look at it; it's a stiff,
That's great.
You might want to take that camping with you. You might be able to make a shelter.
Yeah, seriously, man. I'm telling you, man.
A bear-proof shelter.
It's like pieces of firewood, man. It's so big around. I've got the biggest one I had before that was the Athlon, their Stalbers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the great big Athlon where at the trade shows they were hanging on it. Shit, you could hang somebody my size from this Telson, man. I'm telling you, it's something to see. It ain't cheap. But, if you want one of them tripods, you can set your gun in, hook it at the very front of the Arca rail, and don't have to worry about tipping over. Yeah, this is it.
That sounds amazing. So, Hillbilly, what's your final deals?
Well, I wasn't planning on this, but Cooter kept bugging me there. He's running specials on his Hillbilly wind flags. And so he's throwing in the Ozark Mountain Rock for free. And so, yeah. And if you're a bench rest shooter, I mean, that wind's bothering, those flags are moving, put that rock inside this bag, tie it to your flag. That flag don't move anymore. So you're good to go, according to him.
There you go.
All right. Well, we're if you guys have a little bit of time, I know we're over our time, but I'd love to have you guys stay around for the giveaways that I'm doing today. But before we get into that, I forgot to just give a little quick shout out to Olight for hopefully some of you guys have tried out. They've also got some amazing, really cool flashlights. I'm not going to put up any codes or anything like that because they've got some deals that are on their website. If you go there and click on the buttons, they're giving away prizes and free flashlights. So just go there and check them out. And you could find the link or just Google Olight. So I'll quickly go through some of the videos I posted up this week. I won't show any videos and take any more time, but I just want to give you a heads up for everybody who's watching. On my 2A channel, I posted up a review of this new solar red dot from CV Life. Now, everybody knows Holosun they were one of the first to come out with solar powered red dots. And This one, I'm not going to say is as good as a Holosun because I don't know the internal electronics or whatever. But I would, if you took off the logo, I'd be hard pressed to be able to tell the difference. It functioned really well. It's multi reticle. It's great. But you tell me. Take a look at the video and you tell me what you think of the Wild Hawk. And on my my reviews channel, I've tested out this from a company called Hotlie. And I told them a couple of times that that's an unfortunate name, that you don't want to be calling your products a hot lie, but that's their trademark, whatever. So, but they are really rugged looking and they very modern. This one is not. I wouldn't call this an EDC because it is heavy and it's large, but it is very bright. Is it as bright as they claim? Well, you'll have to find out in the video. And on my Go channel, which is my travel channel, I posted up a quick little video that I filmed at the Dollar Tree in Los Angeles that I stopped in, and it's this toy. They were selling some Marvel action figures there, and I was just remarking as to the Captain America. What exactly was Captain America using to hold his shield in that location?
Same thing you use to hold the bat, though.
Yeah. So anyway, check out that fun little video on my travel channel. All right. So I'm going to skip the thumbnail of this, but this is actually just a little quick because I don't want to. If you have any ideas, there's this new optics company called Aquilifer, and I explain what Aquilifer means. It sounds like a strange word, but yeah, if you Google it, it actually is a real word. And if you have an idea of a good thumbnail headline that's better than this one, post it in the comment section. And here's the clue to the contest today for everybody who's tuning in a little late. Let me just show you what the prize is today. It is some really spicy jerky. This is from MattHat Jerkey, which is a new sponsor of mine. Their original recipe has a good spice to it, a little bit of heat. Well, this is their hottest. So for those of you who like hot jerky spicy, this uses the Carolina Reaper pepper. So it's going to be spicy. But if you like spicy and you want to win this, or maybe you want to give it to somebody, win this as a prize and give it to somebody else who appreciates really hot. So you're going to get that slap your grandma spicy MattHat Jerkey. Here's the clue. I want you to type it into the side chat with a hashtag first. But here's your clue here. Let me bring this up. And your clue is blue light special. So you have to be of a certain age to understand this, but this is the retail brand. And if just put hashtag in the name of this retail store, discount store brand, if you know who this is, put it in the side chat and you'll be automatically entered in. Just make sure you have the hashtag in there for the software to pick it up. All right. And we'll just wrap things up, and we'll give you one final clue before we jump off, and also we'll draw for the winner. Just want to give you a heads up that there's 2 contests going on my website, and I'll post up a link right now for everybody here. You can enter the contest. There's 2 different contests, so you can find out information about both of these contests on my website at moondogindustries.com/contest. You can win a Noblex reflex sight. Or there's also a contest to win a Claris E5 flashlight. This is possibly the thinnest EDC light I've ever reviewed. Super thin, really bright, surprisingly bright for something this small, and very stylish. A great gift also for the ladies in your life. They'll really appreciate you get to choose which color you want if you win it. So check out the free contest at moondogindustries.com/contest. And also shout out, if you want to, while you're on the website, check out my yard sale. It's a fundraiser for my son's middle school trip to DC this spring. So I've posted up some items that I've reviewed, and you can donate to the fundraiser, and you can get that product. All right, here's your final clue. This discount store chain began as SS Kresge in the late 1890s. It's that old. I didn't realize it was that old until I looked this up. So Kresge's, and grew to become one of the largest retail store chains in the U.S., rivaling Walmart. But after a slow decline throughout the 90s, it finally filed for bankruptcy in 2002 and merged with Sears. And we all know what happened to Sears, unfortunately, for those of us who all are old enough to remember. So they both kind of folded in 2019. And from what I could decipher online, all these stores have all closed, except for, I think there's only 3 physical store locations left. Only one in the continental U.S., one in Guam, and one, I think, in Puerto Rico or somewhere. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. These stores were everywhere. I even worked at one of them in high school, but they're all gone. So if you know this brand that used to be, started off as Kresge's, put it in hashtag and put it in this and the side chat, and you'll be automatically entered to win. So, all right, I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to bring up the last chance to get your hashtag, your answers on the side chat here. I'm going to bring the, let's see here, share screen, and we're going to do the giveaway. All right. Here's the giveaway. We got 9 entries. Joe, do you want to give us a countdown and I'll draw for the winner?
Yeah, man. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Oh, Raj. Okay. Or Rage. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that. So Rage or Ray JH. Sorry, Ray JH 34. Ray JH, are you out there? I usually will say that you have to be on the side chat to actually win, but I just want to make sure you're out there so you know where to send me your contact information so I can mail this out to you. But if you're out there, say something on the side chat. There you are. Okay, let me post up. What I want you to do is send me an email at contest@moondogindustries.com, and I'm going to post a link right there. Send me an email. I'm going to take a screenshot of this right now. And just tell me your name, your mailing address, and I'll send this out to you. And hey, you know what? I'm gonna give away a second one. So, Joe. Oh, you know what? Since Joe, you gave the first one. Hillbilly, tell me when, and I'll hit the redraw button.
You betcha. And congratulations, buddy. 1, 2, 3, go.
All right. And Hasbro, congratulations.
Hasbro.
He likes his jerky like he likes his women.
That's all right. Yeah, very good. Congratulations, Hasbro.
He likes some drama. You have to slobber on it now.
Oh, okay. There we go. I can't think of a better closer there than a joke from Joe. But so, Joe, what are you working on? What would you like to share with everybody before we close out this show?
What do you mean? Videos I'm working on?
Yeah, or anything you want to plug?
I got a bunch of scope videos. I've got some custom rifles on the way. I was telling Tom before it started, I'm this close to buying another cinema camera. I'll drop the price by about 37 cents.
Oh, that's right.
Jump all over it. So I'm wanting to. I really upgraded my camera gear about 6 months ago, and once I went to the cinema cam, man, and saw the difference in the footage.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, dude, man, I can't go back to a regular camera. So I found one for sale, and I want it so bad I can't stand it. So I'm trying to do that, but I got a.
You've entered into the dark side. You think you spend a lot of money on guns? Wait till you get into camera gear.
The camera gear is a black hole of money, but
yeah.
And then Kenny from Desert Precision Gunworks, he just got his second milling machine in, so he can actually start. It's going to basically double his output on his new custom guns. His new whatever it is, the guns he designed that
Mhm.
he's making. And anyway, over at Eagle Eye Shooting, and I've got one of those coming. He's taking care of everybody that had like a different rifle ordered. Long story, but it'll be after the first of the year, hopefully around Valentine's Day, something like that. And I've got one of those, man. I just can't wait. I've just been jumping up and down to get that thing, and then he's rebarreling another rifle for me. So he's my go-to gunsmith guy. He's not the cheapest dude in the world, but
he's
if
good.
anybody's ever seen my videos with my Rim-X, it's like, okay, yeah, I'll wait.
Oh, yeah,
I'll be
okay.
willing to pay. You
Yeah.
know, so, and then of course, I think I've got a total of 7 scopes in the closet right now. I've still got to do videos on, and so the scope thing's nonstop. And just about the time I almost catch up, SHOT Show gets here, and then it's like, hey man, we're going to send you this, going to send you that, and then they just start falling in again. And then I have the NRA show coming up, I think in April, and it's
really soon after that.
Yeah, I'm not going to SHOT. I'm going to NRA because it's just a couple. It's in Houston.
Closer to you.
I'm in the Austin area.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to the NRA, and I just like the NRA show, so I'm gonna go to it instead of SHOT. The SHOT show, if you're not willing to make for what we all three do, if you're not going to make appointments and have a schedule, it's real hard to get to talk to them. And I'm more of a fly by the seat of my pants type dude. So by the time the NRA show rolls around, there's not so many influencers, and it's more just the public. And
you get to spend actually some quality time and get your questions answered. Yeah, it's much better.
Yeah. Like I said, I just enjoy the NRA show. It's more of, you see like some, I don't know, man, beanie babies and trinkets and stuff a little more, but
and jerky.
And jerky, yeah. But now that Wayne LaPierre is not over it, not trying to get too political, more of the companies are starting to re-engage
show up again.
The NRA show.
Yeah,
they're starting to show up again. So yeah, and but yeah, pretty much that's it, man. I got a couple of the vendors I'm going to do some videos with. I'm gonna be going to at the new Outlier Factory, and then a guy named Ian just bought Valdosta Optics. Val retired, and this guy used to work for me. He bought Valdosta, and I'm gonna go and see him, and he's got some stuff coming, and so I'm gonna go meet with him and see kind of what he's got going. But I'm a big fan of that company, so I'm gonna go do some. I got some remote like studio tours I'm doing, or factory tours. I'm doing with Air Force Air Guns and some of their stuff. But yeah, I got several of those coming up in the next couple of months.
Great. Well, we're looking forward to it. Hillbilly, what do you got working on? You're working on?
Oh man. First of all, thanks for doing this show. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Yeah, man.
It's been a lot of fun and great side chat out there too, man. I got a video coming out tomorrow. Me and 2 of my granddaughters are out in the range shooting and having some fun. And then, man, I got videos just coming out at least a couple of weeks, for the most part. Anyway, we got, I think, 1 or 2 challenges coming up, including Hasbro's Christmas challenge. And me and him and Nibs over at Walnut and Steel, we got like a little collab with that Christmas challenge, Elf on the Shelf.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be giving away 3 brand new custom BB guns. When I say custom, they're going to have all 3 of our logos engraved on them. And so anyway, besides some other stuff. So anyway, go over and check out that Hasbro's got going on. And but yeah, man, just Guns, Beer, and Therapy every Saturday night, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. So you ain't doing nothing, swing by and visit us.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank both of you guys for taking the time today to join me and for bringing such great deals for everybody. I'm going to put up one more link again for everybody. So all the stuff that we talked about today, you can find it on my website there on the Black Friday show notes. So if you didn't catch the codes or any of the specific offers or the affiliate links that we mentioned, you can find it on that page, and I'll also post it up on my my X account. So check that out. And before we wrap up, I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, safe Thanksgiving tomorrow. I hope you get to spend it with your friends and family, or at least folks that love and care about you, and you have a wonderful meal. And I hope that if you run across anybody who's really authentically hungry, that you also look out for them and just be thankful, because that's what the day is about. Be thankful for what you got, for what God's blessed you with, because hey, you're alive, you're breathing. At the very least, that's something to be thankful for. And I'm thankful. Yeah. And I'm thankful again for both of you guys for joining me tonight, and for everybody on the side chat.
Thanks for having me on, man. I always have a good time.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Tom. Matt, good seeing you again.
Good seeing you, brother. Yes, thank you. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yeah. All right, everybody, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and make sure you check and like and subscribe to our guest tonight. All right, everybody. Have a good one.
Wave.
We'll see you. Tom will be right back on.
Okay.
Wait, no, we're still live. I'm going to end this. I don't know. He hit the wrong thing.
Oh, me and you on right now?
Yeah, we're still live.
Hey, I'd like to know what you thought of this video. Leave me a comment or chat with me on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, MeWe, Instagram, or Locals. And if you want to see all of my videos, go to moondogindustries.com.